Good morning, students. Today we discuss question number 2 of chapter 13 on business cycles. The question is, explain the theories of business cycles. व्यापार चक्रों के सिद्धांतों का वर्णन करो. In the introduction, you will define trade cycles as done in the question number 1. Business cycles की definition देंगे in beginning में. Then you will write that there are two theories. Business cycles के दो सिद्धांत हैं. One is Hicks theory of trade cycles and second Samuelson's theory of trade cycles. First we discuss today in this question Hicks theory of business cycles or trade cycles. This theory has been propounded by Professor J.R. Hicks in his book Contribution in the Theory of Business Cycles, Contribution in the Theory of Business Cycles, written by J.R. Hicks. This theory focuses on the interaction between multiplier and accelerator. That business cycles occur because of the interaction between multiplier and accelerator. The main assumptions are progressive economy. Second, disequilibrium arises and takes the economy away from equilibrium. Number 3, output cannot increase beyond a level. Number 4, value of multiplier and accelerator is constant. Number 5, lagged relation between multiplier and accelerator. And number 6 is the full use of production capacity. So these are the assumptions. पहला है प्रगतिशील अर्थव्यवस्था. सेकंड, अर्थव्यवस्था को संतुलन से असंतुलन की तरफ ले जाया जाता है. थर्ड इज एक सीमा के बाद उत्पादन को बढ़ाया नहीं जा सकता. फोर्थ इज मल्टीप्लायर और एक्सीलेटर की वैल्यूज़ कांस्टेंट हैं. और फिफ्थ इज मल्टीप्लायर और एक्सीलेटर का रिलेशनशिप जो है वो लैग्ड रिलेशनशिप है, समय अंतर है उनमें. और लास्ट नंबर 6 पे है प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी, उत्पादन क्षमता का पूर्ण उपयोग हो रहा है. सो द हिक्स थ्योरी can be easily understood with the help of your first question which we discussed as phases of business cycles. So it is shown in the diagram that there are 4 phases as explained by J.R. Hicks. On x-axis we have taken time, on y-axis there is income, investment and other variables. You can see that there are 4 straight lines, AA, line AA, that shows autonomous investment level. FF line shows the floor limit. It means ये न्यूनतम सीमा है जिससे नीचे income level नहीं जा सकता. Then EE, this is the equilibrium path. And CC, this is the ceiling. Ceiling means the level of income, output, employment cannot go beyond this level. तो floor limit का मतलब कि income output level इससे नीचे नहीं जा सकते, और सीलिंग लेवल का मतलब इनकम, आउटपुट, एम्प्लॉयमेंट या सभी वेरिएबल्स उससे ऊपर नहीं जा सकते. ऑटोनोमस इन्वेस्टमेंट जैसा आपको मालूम है, दिस इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द लेवल ऑफ इनकम, आउटपुट एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड जनरली डन बाय द गवर्नमेंट. लेकिन यहाँ पर हिक्स के मॉडल में ऑटोनोमस इन्वेस्टमेंट और इंड्यूस इन्वेस्टमेंट बोथ प्ले एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल. ये हमें कैसे पता चला? क्योंकि ऑटोनोमस इन्वेस्टमेंट मल्टीप्लायर को शो कर रहा है और इंड्यूस इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्सेलरेटर की फंक्शनिंग को शो कर रहा है. So you just look at this diagram again. The bold line MPQTRS. This line shows the different phases of trade cycles. व्यापार चक्रों के जो विभिन्न अवस्थाएं हैं उनको इस लाइन से शो करने की कोशिश की गई है. The beginning point is on EE line. Equilibrium path पर हम हैं, point M पर. M से P. This line shows basically the recovery phase. And PQ, this is the boom expansion. Then QT, this is the recession. TR, this is the depression, and RS again shows the recovery path. So PQ is the boom, it means the maximum level of income, output and employment, and TR is the depression, which means the income, output and employment levels are at the lowest. So explaining the 4 phases in detail, in the boom phase, which is shows in the diagram at PQ point. The autonomous investment increases, which increases income, output and employment. Y is income, O is output and N is employment. It means the forward action of multiplier takes place, and this leads to increase in income, output, employment, which increases profits and investment. Accelerator also works in the forward direction, and induced investment increases, प्रेरित निवेश बढ़ता है तो एक्सपेंशन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी होगा, इकोनॉमी में जो है उत्पादन क्षमता का विस्तार होगा, लेवल ऑफ इनकम, आउटपुट, प्रॉफिट्स और ज़्यादा बढ़ेंगे और मैक्सिमम हो जाएंगे. सो दिस इज द सिचुएशन ऑफ एक्सपेंशन और बूम. आफ्टर the first stage comes the second stage, recession. More expansion, because first stage mein there is more expansion of production capacity and investment. So slowly and gradually this expansion of production capacity and investment leads to a fall in the profits kam ho gaye, so that leads to fall in production. And now the backward action of multiplier works. When investment falls, the backward action of multiplier takes place. So income, output level falls, therefore incomes, profits, rate of interest, production all start falling. Then is third stage, depression, मंदी की स्थिति, when all the variables touch the bottom levels. Induced investment falls because it depends upon level of income. So income कम हो गई तो investment level एकदम कम हो गया. So the economy attains the state of depression. Profits and incomes, they become the lowest. Then next phase is recovery, which is shown by RS curve in your diagram. When during depression all incomes have already fallen, but as we have studied the psychological law of consumption, that when income falls, marginal propensity to consume cannot fall below zero. So MPC also falls, but autonomous consumption cannot fall beyond a level. So fall in consumption is less than fall in income. So there is at the same time, it means during depression recovery क्यों शुरू होती है, क्योंकि consumption एक level से कम नहीं हो सकता, और साथ ही because economy में depreciated machinery ज़्यादा हो गई, so there is increase in replacement investment. So increase in demand, that leads to increase in demand, slightly income increases, profits start rising, and the upward cycle starts. So this is how Hicks theory has tried to explain the different phases, the four main phases of trade cycles, and the main causes the interaction between multiplier and accelerator. So there are certain points of criticism. That first point is based on accelerator, that this Hicks theory is based on the principle of acceleration and multiplier, but the point of criticism is कि दोनों की ही values को constant मान ली गया. Point number 1 and 2 देखिए. Second point is value of multiplier not constant. तो accelerator की value को भी हमने constant मान लिया, multiplier को भी, but in the real world these values do not remain constant. Third point is ceiling is not fixed. जैसे कि डायग्राम में आपने देखा FF लाइन फ्लोर लिमिट को और CC लाइन सीलिंग को शो करती है, तो दोनों ही लिमिट्स दोनों ही लिमिट्स को फिक्स नहीं किया जा सकता, और सीलिंग लिमिट जो है वो हो सकता है वो चेंज होती रहे. फोर्थ इज पैसिव रोल ऑफ ऑटोनमस इन्वेस्टमेंट. So when there is depression or the recession, then autonomous investment can stop that recession or can take the economy upwards during depression, but this theory has not explained the active role of autonomous investment. And last point is it ignores monetary factors, because during inflation, during depression, during deflation and recession, the supply of money plays an important role. So जितने भी trade cycle के phases हैं उसमें money supply का important role रहता है, but this theory has not taken into account the important role of money. So this is the Hicks theory of trade